So guys, continuing our talks about evolution from our last lesson, you guys also brought up that we were discussing the theory of evolution by natural selection in our Think, Pair and Share. Today we'll be modeling evolution by natural selection our own way. Last lesson we talked about Charles Darwin and his observations of the Galapagos Islands. Do you guys remember what animal he was observing? Yes, the finches. So on your desks, I handed out a poster, a worksheet, that displays a table of different finches. Can anyone tell me what is different about these finches? What features do they differentiate from each other? Yes, so they all have different beaks. So when we're looking at their beaks, we notice that these must be for something, correct? As a tool, because they wouldn't just be all different. Does anyone have any ideas? Yes, so food is the main driving tool for those beaks. So today we're gonna model those beaks and link them to how natural selection has driven those beaks of the finches to evolve. I think it's quite important to stress that all of these beaks didn't magically appear. They all came from one driving variation, and due to the niches of the islands in Galapagos, they were evolved over time. Alright, so today we're going to be doing an experiment, and I will be showing you guys how we're going to do it, but with my own little twist. So, as you guys can see, I have jelly beans in a bowl, and I'm going to use my hand, right? But in order to model the different beaks, I want you guys to give me a rule that I have to use for this hand when collecting these jelly beans. I'll be collecting them as much as I can within a minute. Alright, so we'll go with the claw method, little pincher method. We'll do the pincher method. Alright, let me get my stopwatch. So you guys will be doing 30 seconds, but for this example, I'll do 30 seconds as well. Let me just set it up for you guys. 30 seconds. Alright guys. Everyone count with me. 3, 2, 1. Oh, alright, that's 30 seconds there. So, altogether we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 18 jelly beans out of this whole bowl. So, adding that rule, what did that show us about how could we link that towards the finches? So, yes, so their beaks favor certain food types. So on each island, the finches would have a different shape of beak. Some would favor insects, some would favor small seeds, some would favor hard casings of nuts. And depending on their food source, they would use their beak to obtain that food. It's interesting because if I had only just used my hand, in that 30 seconds, I would have been able to collect way more. So for you guys, we'll be using different tools to represent the different beaks of the finches. The finches, the tools I will be using for the finches will be chopsticks, spoons, and tweezers. You'll be getting jelly beans, sour worms, and you will then mix them together. So there'll be 3 separate trials that you guys will be conducting today. I want you guys to remember that we are observing which beak was the most ideal for our food resources. On the last page in your worksheet, you'll have discussion questions that I would like you guys to answer within your groups whilst after finishing your trials. So I want you guys to observe as well how the tools favor different food resources and which ones they did not favor, and how it would affect that species of finches within the Galapagos Islands. One more important thing I would like to bring up would be the safety measures for this lesson. Please don't eat the food. It's touched tools that have been around chemicals, and I don't want anyone getting sick. If I do have spare at the end, I will give it out. Anything else? I want you guys to get in groups of 3 to 4. With groups of 4, one will have to stand out and observe. After every trial, I would like you guys to also switch tools. On resource 2, you guys will see your method in the worksheet. Make sure you guys stick to the method and fill out all your results within the results section in table 1. So yeah, get going.